Hello there, and many thanks for your time on the Marigo English News, coming to you live from our studios here at Akuse Junction of the Tema Akosombo Highway and in Accra, Dakuman, Abeche Street. A reminder, you can tune into Marigo News on the DTT platform by just doing a blind scan of your set, and also check us out on channel CP15 on the Crystal platform. The news is also live on our social media platforms at Marigo TV. Kindly give us a follow and join the Marigo bigger family. Coming up, minority in Parliament condemns the handling of contempt proceedings against Akwatia Member of Parliament.
Yiadom did not provide any Gazette notification of the parliamentary election results, but opened his phone in court. Counsel for Yiadom did not.
Also coming up, government announces 10% increments in minimum wage, bringing it to 19.97 cedis.
National daily minimum wage by 10% over the 2024 national daily minimum wage, which translates into a new national daily minimum wage in the national.
We have details to the stories and more coming up shortly. Please be my guest. My name is Mevis Nanaya Kwantima. Details now. The minority in Parliament has raised concerns over the handling of the court proceedings involving the Akwatia NP Henry Yiadom. According to the minority, his legal counsel did not file an affidavit in opposition, yet his Lordship Justice Emmanuel Senyo granted the council's permission to oppose application based on factual matters. First Deputy Minority Whip Jerry Ahmed addressed the press on this issue,
including all the processes filed by the petitioner stroke respondent. Counsel for Honorable Henry Yiadom did not file any affidavit in opposition. And let me reiterate this. Counsel for Honorable Henry Yiadom did not file any affidavit in opposition. Surprisingly, the judge, His Lordship Justice Emmanuel Senyo Amedehe, granted the counsel for Henry Yiadom leave to oppose their application on factual matters despite not having filed an affidavit in opposition on record. This is juju and tricks. Counsel for Henry Yiadom did not provide any Gazette notification of the parliamentary election results, but opened his phone. He opened his phone in court to say that in open court and to read an online news portal and press conference claiming to have been organized by Dr. Bosman Asari and urged on the court that the results of the Akwatia parliamentary election had been gazetted by the Electoral Commission of Ghana, when same was absolutely untrue. It must be pointed out that on the 5th of January 2025, when counsel for Henry Yiadom was arguing in the court that the parliamentary results for Akwatia constituency had been gazetted, he was in fact misleading the judge, who obviously, because he was also dealing with his whatever terminologies you would give him, decided not to pay a listening ear to the counsel for the Honorable Ernest Kumi. The judge failed to listen to Ernest Kumi's counsel. He decided to only listen to Honorable Henry Yiadom's counsel, who obviously gave him a misleading information. And this is what we captured, that he was in fact misleading the judge because it is public knowledge that the parliamentary results in Akwatia constituency was gazetted on the 6th of January 2025. And same can be found in the Ghana Gazette dated 6 January 2025 at page 8093.
And to another story now, President John Dramani Mahama has engaged with the Labour Commission to negotiate an increment in the minimum wage for public sector workers. Minister for Employment and Labour Relations, Abdul Rashid Pelpo, announced that the new minimum wage will take effect from March 2025. He urged all institutions and organizations to adjust salaries according to reflect the 10% increment. Announcing the decision in Accra today, Abdul Rashid Pelpo stated that the national daily minimum wage has been increased by 10 over the 2024 rate, bringing it to 19.97 cedis.
The national daily minimum wage by 10% over the 2024 national daily minimum wage, which translates into a new national daily minimum wage of 19.97 Ghana cedis. The effective date for the implementation of the 2025 minimum wage shall be 1st of March 2025. All establishments, institutions, or organizations whose daily minimum wages are below the new rate should adjust accordingly. 5. Any establishment, institutions, or organizations that flouts the 2025 national daily minimum wage shall be sanctioned in accordance with the law. The National Tripartite Committee recommends that the 2025 national daily minimum wage should be tax exempt. Signed,
Minister for Foreign Affairs Okujeto Ablakwa has reaffirmed his commitment to introducing a 3-shift system aimed at reducing the long waiting time for passport acquisition. He emphasized his dedication to ensuring that every region in Ghana has a well-equipped passport office. The minister made these remarks while addressing the press in Parliament.
An expanded storage facility, expanded data centers, and then we'll also make sure that in terms of conference rooms and other areas where the general public can be comfortable before you attend to them, we'll make sure that that is done. So that is at the headquarters. Then we are also rolling out a program that will ensure that every region in Ghana has a decent passport application center. So we are also going to do that so that Ghanaians everywhere know that we think about them. They are our priority. It should not be the case that if you really need to go through the fiscal vetting, the fiscal processes of ascertaining whether you qualify for a passport or not, assessing your fiscal features and all of that, you need to travel all the way to Accra. We want to end that. It should be a matter of the past. Then you've also heard about big reforms that we want to carry out. We want the passport administration in our country to become a 24-hour operation. So this year, you need to stand by and get ready. Be preparing yourselves. We are going to be running 3 shifts so that we want to cut down on the waiting time for passports. I'm told that you've done quite well. You've come up to about 3 weeks to 4 weeks these days. But we believe that within a week, it should be possible to get a Ghanaian passport when you apply for it. And the 24-hour intervention we are making will address that. Then we are also of the view that we need to get more modernized and do away with the frustration that the general public has been complaining about. So those who will be coming for renewals, you already have their details in your system, you have their biometrics and all of that. You should be able to apply online and get your passports delivered to you through courier. All of this, stress in trying to access passport application center and then coming back for your passports. In a modern era, 21st century, we cannot still be doing that. So as part of the reforms, we are going to make sure that we go fully digital. You can access your passport anywhere you are.
Strategic activism and social good took center stage at the Akoto Ampaw dialogue. The Akoto Ampaw Active Citizenship Dialogue in Accra highlighted the importance of ethically strategic activism and collaboration for social good. The atmosphere was charged as journalist and activist Bernard Apuli delivered a keynote address emphasizing the role of active citizenship national development.
For civic advocacy to thrive, where are you? Good. Civil society and media must understand and harness their convening power. Know what you have. And civil society and media together, they must understand and harness it. Convening power is very, very important. If you have access to politicians, don't use it to ask them for scholarships. Bring them and ask them hard questions. That's what convening power is. Bringing different groups together. You are the only person who can call chiefs, politicians, and all these people together into the same room. It's a very powerful thing you have. Deploy it, civil society, you have it. Number two, citizens must be interested in community-based collaborations. Community-based collaborations. We must form communities, not just social media communities, but real communities.
Now, the human rights activist Professor Kwame Karikari echoed similar sentiments, stressing that activism is not inherently disruptive, but is defined by the intent and action of activists. He argued that justice can never strive in an unethical environment and called for activists rooted in integrity.
As for activists going into politics, I think that there's nothing wrong with activists of any kind going into mainstream politics. Indeed, any activist from any dimension, whether it's in the women's rights, human rights, whatever area of activism, going into mainstream politics, we should encourage that. However, it is what the people do in mainstream politics that matters. And that is what the problem is. It doesn't matter where the people are coming from into mainstream politics. That matters. It is what they do when they are in mainstream politics that the problem is. Of course, if you are fighting evil, evil will fight you. If you are fighting evil, evil will fight you. So if you are an activist who want to do right things, bad things will fight you. You see that if you want to do good things, it's just like Christianity. Jesus was trying to do good things. What happened to him? Satan and his army fought him. So if you want to do good things in society, sometimes government, because if government doesn't want good things to be done, they will set the police against you.
And you are still watching Marigo News at 6 Up. This is Business with Diana Yarira Bobby.